Hello, everybody. Welcome to Shared Universe Podcast Studio. My name is Ming Chen, and today we're going to savor the moment, my friends. I have an extremely special guest here who has written an amazing new cookbook called Little Portugal. Welcome, Chef.
Hi. Thanks for having me.
Yes, Chef. What is your full first name? Chef Lauren.
Chef Lauren Covas.
Chef Lauren Covas, and you're an award-winning chef. Won many competitions.
Yeah.
Just a couple there. You might have heard of one called Chopped. There are a couple other ones on
Supermarket Stakeout.
Yeah.
We have, I have a good little resume working in my favor.
Well, we're not done with the resume yet.
No.
Trained New England Culinary School. Yeah. Worked in some of the hottest kitchens in Las Vegas. Mm-hmm. And this is the part I like. You're local. You're a Monmouth County resident as well. Yeah. So congratulations.
Thank you.
You've achieved something that I think is one of the hardest things in the world. One, being a chef, not an easy profession. I've been trying to write a book. I can't even get started. It's so hard.
The self-doubt?
Everything. How hard was it to get started? Or maybe it was easy to get started?
No.
Or what inspired this?
So to even get started, the first page of the book in my notes, well, first of all, it took me 3 years because everything was handwritten because I'm real old school like that.
You hand wrote it?
Everything. All my recipes are handwritten. When I would do stuff in the kitchen, I would write them down in a notebook I had. And it started with the first page literally said pros, cons, worries, ambitions. So I put that down, and like every time I would have a hard time sitting down, I would kind of reference that. But it took 3 years because I had to go back and really test them all out, write it out, make sure that I was using, all the right ingredients.
Yeah.
I also fine-tuned it. So the inspiration is my mother and my grandmother taught me how to cook, the basic Portuguese household, always in the kitchen with them. And I took the old school countryside recipes that I grew up with and gave them a modern twist to be more approachable for the home cook.
That's amazing. And just to clear, because you're Portuguese.
I am Portuguese.
Okay. And this is a one-of-a-kind tribute to Portuguese cooking.
Yes. A lot of people know, obviously, Italian, Spanish, French, that's very prominent in America. But Portuguese, a smaller country, really starting to come out. I mean, it's one of the biggest countries being traveled to right now and really showing up. Yeah.
Are there certain ingredients or certain styles or certain dishes that you think of when you think of Portuguese cooking? And which one of them made it into the cookbook?
So we did 5 sections.
Okay.
From the sea, from the land, soups and steamy soups and soups, shareables and sweets. And it really goes in that order because we're a fisherman culture. Right on the coast, tons of fish.
Fruit of the sea.
Yes, bacalhau, which is a salted cod, which Italians have that too, and Greek too. This is our mascot. That's one of the biggest fish dishes that we make. From the land really is a thing of where my grandmother grew up, having the farm, fresh chicken, pork, and then I love soups and stews because it brings everyone together. That big pot on the middle of the table, a little heartier.
Smells up the house, smells up the kitchen.
Slow cooking all through the day. Sweet treats is probably my least because I'm not a baker per se. So there's stuff I can handle and do on my own, but I'm not perfect at it. Yeah, I think it's a well-rounded book. My favorite thing to eat is grilled octopus, grilled fish. There's a lot of little anecdotes. Every recipe has a little story in front of it about where it came from.
I love that. So now instead of just straight on recipe, you get a story, a personal story along with it.
Oh, it gets personal. There's pictures of me with Coke bottle glasses in there, little kid on a farm when I went to visit my grandmother. I tried to really showcase from the start till now.
Yeah. That's amazing. What inspired? Is this your first book?
It is.
So what inspired you to do it? I know it took 3 years, but
So my grandmother, unfortunately, has Alzheimer's. I tried to do it before it really kicked into full-blown Alzheimer's, and it really is just showing her that all the time because her mentality was it was just natural to be in the kitchen.
Yeah.
I wanted her to know how much of an impression that left on me and what, like, our family dynamic, that we sit down at a table together, that we celebrate everything with food, and that was kind of the real meaning behind it.
That's amazing. Food, huge part of my life. Wherever I go, I travel a lot, and I'm like, all right, I got to eat wherever the locals are eating.
Well, that's the best part.
Yeah, I want to eat the finest of the finest. I also want the hole in the wall that the locals go to, and then whatever region we're in. You always want to explore that
Whatever
region.
the traditional is.
Yeah, for sure. You mentioned your grandmother. Did any of her recipes make it into this book, or
Yes.
or inspired
So
recipes?
her biggest one for me is actually under the sweets. It's sweetbread, which is like pão doce. It's a traditional Portuguese bread.
Yeah.
And as a kid and even as an adult, like when I saw she had this tablecloth that she always used to proof the bread.
Yeah.
As soon as I saw that come on the counter, I knew it was coming. And she makes these big loaves, and we would divide them, cut them, put them in the freezer. So we had them all the time when she wasn't here.
Yeah, for sure. And do you know how many recipes total you have in
70
here?
recipes.
70. How many did you start out with? You said you hand wrote everything.
Yeah,
How tough was it to curate it down to one edited book?
Oh, we had close to 125 recipes I submitted once I was done writing, the whole manuscript. And
Okay,
then
so
they were like, what do you like, this one or that one? Some are similar because a lot of times in all different cultures,
Sure.
grilling a piece of whitefish this way or, sea bass this way versus snapper,
Yeah.
I kind of picked which fish I liked better and mocked it up a little bit.
Yeah, it had to be tough cutting over 100 recipes, though.
Yeah, no. Going through them, though, it also, when you're writing a cookbook, you want to be approachable
Yeah.
to the audience. And I want people to pick this up to know that if you're a trained chef or someone who just likes to cook on Sundays or you're just a crock pot mom,
Yeah.
you can really read this and understand the instructions. I even give little areas with tutorials on how to clean stuff, how to preserve food.
Okay,
Yeah, tips and tricks, too.
that's amazing. I mean, I'm sure you've read many a cookbook in your career.
I actually like reading them like a book.
Yeah, for sure. I've read a lot as well. Some of them I find easy to follow.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them not so much. There are other ones where I don't even know what the ingredients are. I imagine this is accessible to everybody. I think you
Yes.
just mentioned that.
At the end of the day, you can Google how to make fried calamari.
Sure.
And it'll give you the recipe. I'll show you the video how
Yeah.
to do it while you're doing. The reason I want you to take the book is because you're going to get a piece of me and my family, and
Yeah.
hopefully you'll resonate with, I would do that with my
Yeah.
kids, and I would want to incorporate that. So it's more about coming into your house and showing you what I'm all about.
Right. It's like, wow, Chef Lauren's pretty cool. I want to cook all of her recipes for sure. Do you have a favorite or favorites?
So it's a running joke, but there's when people talk about Portuguese food, the barbecue chicken's something that always comes up
Okay.
when they travel. And they're like, oh, do you do that chicken with the piri piri? So the sauce, it's the moyu, the marinade. It's like a competition in my family.
Okay.
And it's real old school how they do it. They used to save the fry oil bottles.
Yeah.
And then they make it and they screw it up and smell it because 90% garlic, and they put it in the fridge in the garage. And then when you marinate the chicken or you're grilling, you're brushing the pork chops, it was always like, my sauce came out so good, you got to try it.
Yeah.
And then I'd be like, I could do better. So I would do. So it was a running joke that who could make the better sauce?
Right.
Mine won.
That's amazing. And so it took you 3 years to write it. Then there comes the editing process, which takes quite a
I
bit
worked
of...
with Page Street Publishing. They were great.
Big shout out to Page Street.
Yeah, they were really good. They reached out to me, which was awesome. They liked my social media presence. They liked the Portuguese vibe.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate it because they took a big risk.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And what was it like? Because you get that box when the book's finally out, or you get sample copies. What was it like seeing it for the first time?
So it was
opening up the box or getting the package, or maybe you saw a digital version first. But I
No,
think,
it was really unexpected because I know nothing about how this all works.
Mm-hmm.
Originally, I said to them, "Well, are you going to send me a bunch of books so I can use them and promoting?"
Yeah.
And no, we only send it out once it's ready to be published.
Right.
And I was like, okay. So I went to a graphic designer and I had them take the mock-up of the cover
Yeah.
and I sealed an old book just so I could use it as a prop.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And probably 2 weeks later after that, I got a box. My husband figured out that it must be the book, and I didn't know I was opening the mail while I was
Yeah.
feeding the kids and talking. And I was like, oh, it's my book.
This is it.
I was like, stop, really? And everything from I didn't think the cover was going to be like that, like a real hardcover book. I was super excited.
Yeah, it's a great shot.
Yeah. Thanks.
It's a great shot.
And that's in my kitchen at home. That's where I cook 99% of the time.
Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah.
It's a great kitchen. It's a great kitchen, everybody. What was your favorite part about creating this book?
Well, we did 2 big shoots when I went to pitch it.
Okay.
After they asked, would you be interested? And it solidified why I wanted to do it. I invited my neighbors, my family, people I knew to come over, and I just cooked like 20 different dishes out of here. I hired a photographer and I was like, yes, this is what I want to do, because I saw it bring everyone together, and we got to do that twice. Plus, the woman I worked with the photography, it's something that I learned so much about food photography, which is not easy to shoot a brown pile of chocolate mousse to make it look textured and beautiful.
Right, and appetizing,
right.
and
you
just
don't
picturesque.
realize that, like, when you watch commercials or you see things, you see all different aspects of food and how bright, and I learned so much from that. So those two things, I'm a big learner. Like, if you could show me something, those were two really big highlights out of it.
Yeah, I mean, it tastes good, but to photograph it and make it look pretty.
We eat, I mean, that's the biggest thing with a chef. We eat with our eyes, so you want to make everything beautiful.
Yeah. And plating everything.
Yeah.
Want to make it look amazing.
Portuguese is not easy. It's very rustic. So sometimes it kind of looks like I said, a big pot.
Yeah.
And yeah, it smells great and everything, but you're kind of like, I don't know, it's going to look runny on a plate.
Yeah.
But then she made it look amazing.
Yeah, but man, it tastes good.
It does, right? Get the bread, pour a glass of wine.
Yeah, and you brought up something interesting. You said you had some friends come over. Did you pre-test any of these recipes with friends and family just to make sure they could follow along?
No, because most of them were all recipes that I ate growing up and knew. My modern take on it was just tweaking it so that some ingredients that were not so, tripe in America might not be the most approachable unless you're talking like classic cooking.
Right.
So kind of giving it that feel that instead of using tripe, I'd switched it out for pork shoulder.
Okay. More appetizing in this country.
Yes.
I like tripe. But
I do too, actually.
I like tripe. I'm Asian. We eat everything. So, and on the flip side, what was the most difficult part about writing this book?
Not getting emotional over the stories or going on too many tangents with the stories. 'Cause I'm a talker, so I could keep going.
Yeah.
But a lot of the stories really hit home for it's like a little piece of me. So that was also like seeing that and explaining why I love the suckling pig because of this person and that story. So keeping it neutral, but pulling you in.
Yeah, I think that means you did your job as well, though. That you brought a piece of you in it, and your emotion comes out in this book.
Yeah.
And so this is available now?
Yep, you can buy it on Amazon and Barnes & Noble.
That's amazing. I was rocketed up to the #1 spot.
Yeah.
Everybody, for sure, which is really amazing. I imagine you had a fun time writing this book.
I did. I had a really good time.
Is there another one coming? Perhaps.
I hope so.
Okay.
I have plenty of recipes and files that I can put together. New concepts. I have a bunch.
Okay. Yeah, I like to stock my whole kitchen full of these for sure. And I got to pick out I got to pick this up and pick out a recipe.
You got to try one of the recipes. Make sure you post it. We want to share that.
For sure.
In the kitchen.
Yeah, we'll do I'll just do a time lapse and let you know how it comes out for sure. I was going to ask you what you're working on next, but you have a whole media empire. You are very big. Yeah. You're huge on social media.
Trying.
Yeah. You're a podcaster.
Trying.
Yes.
That was doing first podcast was an interesting thing. I've never been the interviewer.
Right.
I've always been the one interviewed. So learning that was.
You've done a great job.
Thanks.
I mean, we've been facilitating and you did.
No, but I really found it fascinating to learn so much about other people.
It's my favorite part. Yeah, I love hearing stories and sharing stories with people. And I mean, a recipe is a story with food, basically, right?
Right.
So yeah, for sure.
And everyone on the podcast is from different niches of like Portuguese backgrounds. So I really enjoyed that. And social media is it's a real-time, full-time job.
Yeah. Yeah, I think people don't realize. I was like, I'll just turn on my cell phone and I'll just record myself and it'll come out awesome, right?
There's a whole little team back there.
Kind of have to work on it, and little lighting and makeup and good audio doesn't hurt either.
No, wake up like this.
Yeah, I don't believe you. I think you did. I think I've seen I've seen you. Well, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
I'm really happy for you. And I love how you started out. You hand wrote this.
Yeah.
Which we're in a world of ones and zeros. It's a digital world, AI, whatever. We're losing the tangibility.
Digital human being you will meet.
Yeah,
I used to have AOL till like last year.
Yeah, but you know what? You can't AI. You can't fake food.
No.
You can't fake food.
No.
You can't chat GPT food. You can't fake food. You can't eat digital food.
Yeah.
You can look at the digital food. You can maybe learn from it, but you can't eat
But
it.
it's also, that's the old school version of chefs in the kitchen. When we go to culinary school, we're taught to keep a little notepad in our pocket with a pen.
Yeah.
Part of our brigade, because you pop it out and you write things, and that's how you kind of learn and memorize things. So that was kind of natural to constantly write it down.
Yeah, for sure. So thank you for sharing your
Thank you for having me.
A little bit of you and a little bit of Little Portugal with everybody. Did I miss anything? Is there anything else?
No, I think that's pretty much it.
Amazing.
Go buy the book.
Amazing. Yeah, Amazon.
And I brought you a sweet treat.
Oh,
so
is this from the book?
Yeah, so it's not in the book, but
Okay.
it's the most traditional dessert in Portugal. It's called pastel natas. They're like, I call it, when you try to explain it to someone, it's creme brulee in a puff pastry shell, and then we just kind of burnt the sugar. And to be traditional, a little port wine from Portugal, from the Douro region. And at 3 o'clock anywhere in Portugal, you'll see people just going to a cafe, having port wine, an espresso, and a sweet treat.
As of right now, it says it's 3:12. So,
so we're late.
Cheers.
Cheers.
To Little Portugal, my friend.
Thank
To you, Chef Lauren.
And I love port.
Oh, it's amazing. And then we take a bite.
And you just take one of these. They're like
they're
custardy.
oh.
It's our version of an egg tart.
Oh, wow, that's so good.
Actually, in the Asian culture, they have the egg tarts too. Which now we have full mouth, and we're
That's exactly what it reminds me of, the Asian egg tarts
the
too.
Asian
Wow,
egg
these
tarts. Yeah,
yeah, but we don't pair ours with port wine, so I think you have
you're
one up
better
on us
at
for sure.
one up.
Yeah.
One thing the Portuguese wine goes.
So again, cheers again,
Thank
everybody,
you.
to Little Portugal. Grab the book, Amazon.com, all your local booksellers, wherever you buy books,
Yeah,
you can pick it up and bring a little bit of Portugal
into your house.
into your house for sure. Chef Lauren, thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much for having me.
Find you on social media at
Chef Lauren Covas.
awesome. Do you have a website as well?
We do, at Chef Lauren Covas.
All right.
We're real creative.
Yeah. Rolls off the tongue, though.
Right.
So, yeah, like, follow, subscribe,
Thank you.
everything. And thank you so much, my friend.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Little Portugal, everybody. Go pick it up.
Thank you.